Are you looking for when Star Wars Battlefront 3 will finally release? Well, if you are, this video is for you. Make sure to stick around throughout this video to know what stage of development Star Wars Battlefront 3 is currently in, who is making Star Wars Battlefront 3, and when should you expect the release of Star Wars Battlefront 3. Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 was developed by EA DICE and a few other EA studios who helped out with both of the games. You could say that these games had a few issues that players have loudly shown the developers that have, mostly been resolved through over time. However, due to the controversy over the last two games of Star Wars Battlefront, it gave EA less than substantial sales, leading them to not sell as many copies of the game than they were expecting. This can be seen as completely not the player's fault and completely down to greed over at EA, which we can see when they made Star Wars Battlefront 2, which was completely pay to win and a complete grind to get anything unlocked within the game without dropping hundreds of dollars just to get some characters, like for example Darth Vader or even Luke Skywalker, within the first couple of months of the game being released. This extended to completely ruining part of EA's reputation as a Star Wars developer, which could also be said as the reason why Disney did not renew their license with them. And it also kind of ruined their reputation as a gaming developer, literally giving them the most evilest company award for like the 6th year or something in a row, which is just crazy. First of all, this was literally down to the fact that they put loot boxes within the Star Wars franchise, which led to a massive controversy, and having the loot boxes be a main part of the progression system that was implemented into the game, which led to massive negative press about the game and less than pleasing sales over EA for a game that, if they would have treated the game properly, not had these loot boxes, it could have been an absolute massive success from the start, so from release, rather than the game of Star Wars Battlefront 2 having to make a massive comeback over the years since it released to gain the reputation back. With Star Wars Battlefront 2 having been released in 2017 and the last update for that game occurring in the beginning of 2020, being in March, we have waited nearly 6 years for another Battlefront game and nearly 3 years for any new Battlefront content, making a new Star Wars Battlefront installment and game much awaited and highly wanted by fans and the public alike. What we know at this current moment is there are currently 3 Star Wars games in development at EA, 2 of which can be said to be shooter games, and one of them is going to be a strategy game. However, these games currently have no title, therefore not specifically confirming a Battlefront 3 game is one of them. However, with 2 of them being confirmed to be shooter games in development at EA, it could be highly likely that Star Wars Battlefront 3 is going to be one of those games being made. Hey you! Yes you! Have you subscribed yet? You haven't? Well, do it right now, so you don't have to miss out on any more updates on Star Wars and Star Wars Battlefront games as well. So yeah, subscribe right now. Do it. Anyway, let's get back to the video. At the current moment, EA have doubled down on the Battlefield franchise at DICE, even due to the fact the franchise has had a few title releases in the last couple of years, and they have not got a very good reception from the fans and their community. This can be especially seen with Battlefield 2042, which saw massive criticism and negative reviews as soon as the game released, which partially ruined DICE's reputation as a great gaming developer. With this in mind, DICE are going to make one more Battlefield game, which after the game's release, it is highly likely they will move even more assets from Battlefield over to Battlefront 3, which could be currently in development at DICE as that other shooter game that is currently unnamed. Most leaks from DICE say the game is currently in development, but we will not see any official announcements for at least a year, which looks like the most earliest release we could see for Star Wars Battlefront 2 would be Christmas time of 2024. The game at this current time would be in the early stages of development, with only a small to medium-sized team working on this game, due to the fact DICE currently have most and a majority of their assets focused down on making sure their next Battlefield game is a success compared to their last couple of games, which have not gone down too well. So overall, what you guys can take from this video is that there are 2 shooter games currently being developed at EA, with one of them most likely being a Battlefront game. With DICE making Star Wars Battlefront 3, the earliest release we could see them releasing it would be Christmas 2024, with it more likely to come a year later in late 2025 being the most likely release for Star Wars Battlefront 3. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. If you haven't already, by the way, make sure to subscribe and drop a like for more like this, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.